Hi, class. I'm Dr. Marilyn Carroll, and I wanted to come back to you and review the package that I sent to you before class and how we need to attack it. This package includes, sorry about that. I'm Dr. Marilyn Carroll, and I'm here to review with you the package that I sent to you um, this past weekend, on all of the assignments that we'll be completing in the class. They are a guide, and we used them on yesterday's phone call to go over what we need to do. So yesterday I wasn't able to show you, but today I'm going to show you. So I'm going to share my screen with you now, and we will get started on the course, looking at this and going through the process of what we need to do in order to achieve success this quarter. The first thing you want to ask yourself is, what is your goal? And you're not on the call with me right now, but ask yourself, what's my goal for this quarter? Because without a goal, we go blindly through and don't complete the things that we've established that we're going to do. So establish what your goal is for this course. So in front of you, the JGR class expectations are, in order for you to successfully complete this course, you will need to review a video each week and answer 1 or 2 questions. Once you answer those questions, it's worth 10 points per week. You can answer that question as many times as possible to get the right answer. That's an automatic 10 points. So that's great. So you want to add those points to your grade every week, so that, because it's not complicated to get the points. It's just watching a video and answering the questions, right? Right. All right. The next thing you want to do each week is answer the discussion post and reply to one learner post each week. This is worth 25 points. In most classes, it's 20 points, but for this class, it's 25 points. Wow. So there we have 25 points for the discussion post and 10 points for the journal, or for watching the video. So that's a total of 35 points. You can do this. 35 points. You don't want those to go out the window. It's like, look at it like a savings account. I could get this just by doing this. Yes, you can get those 35 points just by doing the 10 points questions as well as the discussion posts. So moving on to the next thing is to complete assignments in weeks 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, and 10. This is where most of your points come from. However, you cannot pass the class just by completing the assignments. You will need the discussion post and the weekly 10 points. Why is that, Dr. Carroll? In this class, you need at least 700 points to make an official grade of C. That's 700 points. And to make a B, you need 800 points. And to make an A, you need at least 900 points. So those points add up. So 10 points each week for the watching the video and answering the questions, that's 110 points. And then 25 points is 250 plus the 25 for week 11, that's 275 points. So as you can see, those two together are needed in order for you to at least, if you don't do well, say on the assignments, to make it through. Even if you did all the assignments, you still wouldn't pass the class without doing the 10 points per week and the 25. You got to do them. Why not? Why not do them? Because they are very easy to do, and it keeps you engaged in and knowing that you have to do something. All right. So just 3 things and you get it done, right? So moving on, let's go down to page 2. The first thing is in this package. And just for the record, each week I review every assignment that's due that week on our Monday night call. So every Monday night at 7 p.m., we have 7 p.m. Eastern time, we have a call. It's at the beginning of the week so that it gives you the opportunity to go in, get started, and get this done. Get your things done. Now, This is week 1, and before I do the week 2 assignment, the expectation is that you purchase the book, and you can do it either the web text or you can get a hard copy text. And the second item you need is the DISC assessment code. So by having those 2 items, I'm going to stop sharing for a moment and come back to this because I need to pull up the DISC assessment so that I make sure that you have that information available for you. All right. So I wanted to show you that so that we make sure that we have all of that in place. So let's go through, and I'm going to, like I said, pull up the DISC assessment to make sure that you see that information out there, because we are going to need that in order to ensure that we are doing the thing we need to do. All right. So let's see here. We want to go back to our Zoom and see, can we share our screen again? And here it is. So these are the 2 items that you will need that's on the monitor now. So you will need to have the Finding Your Leadership Purpose, which is our class, and you need everything DISC management assessment. You need that access code. So by purchasing this, making this purchase, you get the access code. In addition to that, you need the Finding Your Leadership Purpose cases. And so you're going to purchase that book. You can do the online version, which is the less costly, is half the price, looks like, of the almost half the price of the full document itself. So these 2 items are needed. Now, once you purchase that, and please make that this week, you need to purchase these items in week 1. By purchasing this, once you purchase this access code, I need you to move forward and take the DISC. I need to have you please send me an email once you have accomplished this. Email Dr. Carol, letting her know that you have completed the DISC assessment, you've gotten the code, and you've completed the DISC, all right? By doing so, this is going to be valuable. It's going to help you with all the assignments you have. Even though in the course it says it's not due to week 5, I need you to do this in week 1 because it's going to make a world of difference by you doing it then. You may have talked to other people that have taken this class and they give you some other clue. I need that DISC come hook or crook taken in week 1 so that it's going to help you to achieve the success that you want to achieve in this course, which is for all of you. I'm quite sure you're not taking the course not to pass it. So the goal is to pass this course. The next goal is, do I want an A, B, or C? That's your next goal in this process, to think through that. So with that said, let's move on to now looking at the assignment. So now we're going to go back to the assignment and the folder of all the assignments that I sent you. And now let's go over that, all right? So week 2 assignment talks about journal entry activity purpose statement. So in week 2, you're going to complete the purpose statement, your purpose statement. And you'll see this is in your week 2 information. Right now you can see weeks 1, 2, and 3. Because when you open up your class, you can always see weeks 1, 2, and 3. Shows you 3 weeks at a time. And so here is where, if you pull it up, it says a quick guide to crafting your purpose statement. If you click on that, you can click on that here before you get to that in your course, or if you're taking this along with you and you say you downloaded this document to your phone, for example, which your phone is your best friend. Your phone is your best friend in this course, because by having things on your phone, we are all busy adults. We're on the go, and we need this additional time sometimes to work on things when we're in these down spirals, depends on the type of job we have. We can go in, we can utilize that time, because when we get home, a lot of times we don't have as much time to do things. So I highly recommend the use of your phone. So everything that's highlighted, it gives you information to be able to go in and use it. So quick guide to drafting your purpose statement. If you click on that, it's going to give you a quick guide to drafting. It's going to give you a download, and it'll be a quick guide, as you can see, for let me stop sharing and share again, because when I clicked on that, another item popped up, and it was the quick guide to crafting, and here it is. It says a quick guide to crafting a purpose statement, and it goes over what a purpose statement is. It defines who you are and what you bring to the world. It's a statement about how you use your strengths, your passions, and your values to impact the world around you. It goes into what a purpose statement is. And so each week you will have information like this in order to use it to complete your assignment. You will also, if you jump on a call with me each week at the beginning of the week, I can go over that with you. But if you are one of those like me that like to work ahead, you already have the information here. You can review it, and you can get started on those things that you have to do as far as crafting your purpose and your mission statement. Again, this is just a guide to help you. So I'm going to stop sharing this and go back to our other document so that we can move on, and I can show you the next section. All right. All right. Let's see here. Now, I keep coming back to the same one. Maryland. One moment. Okay. Okay, we are going to stop again because I have to fix some things on this other side. All right. Now, okay. It's kind of hard to do sometimes, but we're going to get it done. Nothing is impossible, right? Okay, so that's one part of assignment. Looking through that, I wanted to show you how the highlighted content gives you information to go towards the information for completing this. And so if you go on down back to the assignment folder, it asks you some questions. What do you do best? What do you value most? When are you most effective at impacting people? And what are you most satisfied with in your work? And what kind of legacy do you want to use? So for example, it says, what do you do best? On our call yesterday, some people said that they do best is inspiring others to be their best. So we just type in here, inspiring others to be their best. This is the feedback. And I'm just giving some, just because we're writing here, feedback I get from others. All right. And so you just go through answering those questions like that. I would save as I go. So it says, complete the table below, try to list at least 10 things per column. It is very important that you try to list at least 10 things per column, because you got in column 1, you list what I care about. In column 2, you list what I'm good at. And in column 3, you list things I like to change. 10 in each. Just be thinking about that, okay, as you go through this week and getting into next week. So step 3, it says, using the information above, write a draft of your purpose statement. So once you look at those things, you can write about that. If you have this prepared by the time we do our Monday call, week 2, then we will be able to go through and I can help you kind of pull that together and we can do it as a team. But you have to have this completed by that time. As a matter of fact, if you do that and have this ready and you haven't crafted your the statement using this to craft a purpose statement, I think that's going to help you by having it together. Once we get on our call, we can do that together. And then after all of that is completed, when the call is over, you could easily upload that assignment at that time. So I wanted you to show you this. It says this first draft will later evolve into your final purpose statement and will be used in assignment 4, personal development. So as you'll see through this package I sent you, there is an assignment 4, a personal development plan. So we're working towards that. That's the goal for this quarter, to work on this big personal development plan that you are going to admire, be proud of, and really enjoy. And you're going to look back and say, oh, I learned so much about myself this quarter. And I'm so happy. So moving on. So in week 3, we have an assignment. Every week, you're going to upload the particular or designated assignment to the assignment folder for that week. And so in week 3, you have the first written assignment about understanding your values. That assignment in week 2 is worth 75 points. This assignment is worth 100 points for week 3. So this is understanding your values worksheet, and it says identify your values and group's influence. And it gives you information on this. And so in here, you'll put in positive behaviors you have about your values and 3 values you learn from that behavior. And then you'll go through, this is a whole worksheet, you'll complete this. Again, at the beginning of week 3 on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we will go over the completion of this. And I would suggest that you bring this worksheet to our call, and so that we can complete it together with the things that you've already written in. It helps. It really won't work as well if you have not started to work on this and start completing it before our call on Monday. Again, each week we're going to go over things that will help you to be able to really pull everything together and post it in that week. But you have to start on things earlier. And so that's why I'm sending you these things, so you can get started on them earlier, so that we have a chance to go over them at the designated time that week, in the week that they're due. So we have the opportunity again to go over them, and you can ask any questions, we can work together, and we can get this done. All right? Does that sound good to you? All right. So, and then this is just the rest of the information on that assignment. I don't want you to fret. I don't want you to get nervous. I don't want you to be scared. You and I, you, and as well as anyone else who wants to join us on the Monday call, we get to do these together. You get part of it, you start doing yourself. But if you come to that Monday call, we will complete it. And I tell you, at the end of the call, you'll be able to post this in the assignment folder. How does that sound? Is this making sense to you? Okay, great. Thank you. And so below here, I wanted you to see these for that assignment 3. Here are some values that you can use for part 1 up above in completing the worksheet, the different values. See, in part 1 up here, it talked about the values. Write a short sentence there for the values and define the values. So in part 1 up here, it talked about grouping things together and putting them in various designations. All right. Don't fret again. I'm just reviewing what we'll have this quarter and how best to apply it and get things done. All right. So in week 4, there's nothing. But in week 5, we have the DISC assessment. As I've stated to you, we're going to do that DISC in week 1. So because in week 1, We're going to get all that information, and it's truly going to help us to do weeks 2, weeks 3 assignment, weeks 5 assignment, weeks 6, 7, and 8 assignment, along with weeks 10 assignment. It's going to help us. So when you do that disc, if you want to go ahead after you've completed it and start answering any of these questions based on what the disc says to you on the report, you're welcome to do that. If you want to do a one-on-one with me after you've completed the disc and say, Dr. Carol, I'd like to do a one-on-one, we can do that. This as long as it's before week 5 that we do it. All right. So see here, after watching Strayer Story, Discovering Your Purpose and Strengths and Personality, and reading more about your disc, identify 3 jobs or careers you would like to align yourself with personally, your personality with. So this is going to be beautiful as you're working through it earlier in order to get those things done. This class is going to be like the most awesome class you have ever had because it's all about you. So in week 7, there's no week 6, but in week 7, you're going to understand your leadership style, and that's worth 100 points. What sort of leader are you assessment? And so again, what did I say? The highlighted items takes you to something that you're going to complete. I will go over this in week 7, but if you click on it, you can see those things. I'm going to bring you back to now this to show you this, what I just pulled up. So what sort of leader are you? When I clicked on that, it talked about that. All you're doing here, I think takes about 10 to 15 minutes to do this. You're going to click the next button and go through and answer all the questions associated with this disc. And I think you can see this, but if you couldn't, when I clicked it, it brought me to this here, this particular assessment, and it's an easy assessment, which you'll do. You can work ahead to do this, but don't be behind in doing it. Ahead. You always want to be ahead of things and not in the rear view mirror of them, because success begins with preparation. So in order to be prepared for things, you need to work ahead to be prepared for what's coming up and the unexpected. It's not a hard thing to be successful, but what is hard is when we get behind and we procrastinate and we don't do things at the time frame that they need to be done in. Procrastination is the killer of success. So we'll work ahead. And this is ask some basic questions. All you're going to do is highlight the bubble that really pertains mostly to you. And this is one of the questions, just for an example. I always ask what others think about. Others think before making decisions. Do you agree, strongly agree? You agree somewhat, neither agree nor disagree, disagree or strongly disagree. And that's it for that. I mean, you're going to go through it and answer all of those that's in here. And then at the end, you submit it and you'll get what type of leadership style you have. All right. And you will use that to complete the assignments. So going back to our document, we're going to go through, that's week 7 assignment. And the next assignment is in this portfolio is assignment 8 folder, where we talk about our SMART goals. And so again, the highlighted areas, if you click on them with your mouse, it gives you content on what SMART goals are. And here is where a lot of students don't get it right, but we'll go over this again when we get to week 8. This is just a preview of everything that we're going to be doing this quarter. An example is I will find a job or internship that aligns with my passions within the next year. Okay, that's an example. So it says, what exactly will you accomplish? Be as specific as possible. So up here, if you go ahead and you type in what your particular career goal is, where this example is, I think it'll help you much better, but not leaving that there. And you just type in what you see as your example for that. And as you can see, we're just going through doing these assessments. Wow, can you believe it? Now, after that week, we're at week 10. So there's nothing in week 9. So week 10 is this thing that we are here to do this quarter. The personal development game plan for who you are and how your leadership, your goals, your values, your leadership style, your personality, your value, all of that blends together. And so here is where, of course, you're just going to put your name, Strayer University date, and this is something you want to keep with you. So you're going to go back to assignment, the week 1 or week 2 assignment where we talk about values, and you're going to bring back that the assignment that we did in week 2, and in there you're going to list just the top 3 values you mentioned. You had more than 3 values. You're going to put those in, and using 50 to 100 words, explain why each value is important to you. Well, most people have already explained this in the assignment that they did in week 2. They had at least 50 to 100 words explaining that. And so all you're doing here is bringing that from that particular worksheet to this worksheet, especially if you have already done that and your values have not changed at all, right? Hadn't changed at all. So you can put those in. Passion, we did that earlier. We did that in week 3. So what's your passion? Mentoring, what are the things? Career match, what is that? We're going to put those in. Your strengths and personality. This comes from your week 5, back from the disc. We're going to put these in your priorities, your motivators, your stressors, your strengths in delegating, challenges in delegating. That all is spelled out in your disc. Now, based on the results in the challenges in delegating section for the disc report, choose one of your challenges and describe how you may work to improve this over time using approximately 100 words, and explain your response in the space below. It doesn't take long to do that. And once you start talking about yourself and not interested in counting words, you'll be amazed at what you can type about in a conversation if you were talking to someone. A lot of these exercises, you will probably be able to use your microphone on your computer in order to get those done, and it will help you out tremendously. Leadership style. So we're back to leadership style. Remember, we did the activity on leadership style. That in itself, you're going to bring here. Purpose statement. Remember, we did the activity on purpose statement. You wrote a purpose statement early on in week 2. We're going to go back and pull that from the purpose statement that we wrote for week 2. And that's it. Goals and action plans. Milestones 1, identify the barriers and all. And we'll be talking about goals and milestones as we go through. So in the conclusion, you're going to put your purpose into practice, and you're going to use approximately 250 words to describe 3 main takeaways, key factors, points, and ideas from this course. And you're going to put them in the box here. And then that's it. Congratulations. You completed the course, you completed the game plan. This is it in a nutshell. So in less than, I would say, 30 minutes or so, I've gone over this with you. And so I hope that this makes sense to you. I hope that it's like, okay, yes, Dr. Carroll, I got that. And that you're able to really utilize this to see how this course matters and how to use it to the best of your benefit to really be successful in this course. So based on this, let's see what we're talking about here. So I wanted to talk to you about, I read this book, The Salesman in The Greatest Salesman. And it was an awesome book, and I really liked it. And I think that he gave some awesome tips to us about things. Let's see if I have it. It says, my enemies, oh, how you take this away. Failure would never overtake you if your determination to succeed is strong enough. He who has never failed is he who has never tried. Build good habits and become a slave to those habits. Building a good habit each week of doing your discussion posts in your journal, entry from your entry from looking at the video, get your 10 and your 35 points. Those are good habits. Working ahead and getting as much done and attending the weekly calls to complete your assignment get you to where you need to be on the other part of things. I would greet each day and with love in my heart and love for everyone. My enemies will become my best friends. I will persist until I succeed. You must persist in this course until you succeed, right? I am nature's greatest miracle, and I'm unique, and no one else is made like me, which makes I want to know what your thoughts are each week on your plan, on completing your document for the course, on completing the portfolio, that package of information that I sent to you. That's about you. No one else. You don't need to copy the words, get it from someone else. Do the work yourself. And then persist with it until you succeed. I am nature's greatest miracle, and I'm unique, and no one else is made like me. So master your emotions, for they will go up and down like your mind controls and let your mind control your thoughts. Don't let your emotions control you. Let your mind. I got this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this done. Now is the time. Now is the time. And saying that every day, you'll be amazed at what it brings to the table for you. Now, master your emotions again. Use the gift of laughter. Laugh every day. Never take yourself too seriously. And remember, each day with this course, you want to wake up and say, I will multiply my value, the value I have, and bring to the table 100-fold. So each day, keep that in your mind. I'm here to multiply my value each day and become stronger and stronger and more valuable each day. That's why I'm in school. That's why I'm doing the things I need to do, because I am here at school to increase my value 100-fold. All right. So that's it. I look forward to seeing you every Monday on our calls each week. I've sent those out. I will send you an alert message each day, each Monday, letting you know that it's time for our call. Take care.